Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Can, and if I can, you can too. In today's stream, we are going to be talking about TubeBuddy, things you may not know, and how you can use it to get better here on YouTube. I'm very excited. However, in full disclosure, I do work for TubeBuddy, meaning that I have a bias. However, I've been using TubeBuddy for a long time, way before I even worked for them. However, I want to make sure I'm giving you that value. You think I said however enough? Let me know if you're watching it either live or in the replay. And if you have any questions about TubeBuddy, if you're watching the replay, let me know. And if they aren't answered in the stream, I'll do my best to get back to you. That said, if you want to download TubeBuddy or a channel review, link is in the ticker tape. You can get TubeBuddy at tubebuddy.com/can. There's also a link in the description. And you can use my promo code AndrewsBuddy for an extra 25% off any paid TubeBuddy license. As we go through this stream, I will be letting you know what is the required level for each tool, but overall, I'm pretty excited to get going here early in the morning. So as we go ahead and get started, I want to see where people are watching from. I want to see where people are connecting in from. So I'm really excited just to get started because a lot of people don't know these amazing things that TubeBuddy can do. And if you're unaware, I want to help inform. So one of the things I want to kind of showcase really early is one of our newer features, which is in the My Video section of the YouTube dashboard of your analytics. So it's the new YouTube Studio where we're going to be taking a look first. So why don't we go ahead and transition. So all you have to do is click on the TubeBuddy drop-down menu, go to My Videos. Hello to our support. Hello, Commander Vlogs. Good to see you. So as we go through, we're going to see a little bit of different information. So I want to make sure that you guys are seeing everything as I'm seeing it. So now you guys will see what I see. So what you need to do is under miscellaneous tools, you're going to go ahead and select Kappa Center. From here, it will bring up the new Kappa Center. So what is this and what is Kappa? If you're unaware, there's a lot of information right here. You can check this out at any time, as well as some articles down here from TubeBuddy. So basically, we want to make sure that you are following all of this. Hello, See the Sites. Hopefully I can help you with that TubeBuddy issue you're having on Twitter. Hello from South Africa, 7 p.m. here. Wow, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. So if you haven't seen the Kappa Center, all you have to do is start scan, and what we're going to do is let you know what you marked your content as, what YouTube has marked your content as, and basically, currently, as we know, 0.0% of your videos are currently set as made for kids, meaning that YouTube hasn't identified it for made for kids, but you have set your videos for that. Your rating is determined by you, but if you want more, we can see here. So it says, no one. YouTube's algorithm was unable to determine, and let me actually make this a little easier for you to see. No one. YouTube's algorithm was unable to determine if the video was made for kids, and you have not manually set a rating yourself either. You should be setting you should be setting your ratings. If you don't, you could get in trouble with the FTC and COPPA issues. U equals YouTube's algorithm was unable to determine if the videos was made for kids, but you manually rated it as not made for kids. YouTube Kids, YouTube's algorithm determined this video was made for kids, but you manually overrode the setting and marked it as not made for kids. So we have some distinctions there. We can also let you filter it. So you can basically say video, you can filter it by what you set the ratings as, what YouTube kind of identified it as, or you can show all. So a really cool free feature, by the way. So the thing is, this is really important. Welcome, Kitty Love 47, 1 a.m. there. Thank you for joining me so early. Oh my gosh, I do greatly appreciate that. But that is just an amazing free feature, especially if you're afraid of the FTC and the COPPA situation. I know a lot of people are. So this is a free tool from us at TubeBuddy that just really makes it easy for you to help identify the content yourself. Because the thing is, if you don't know if YouTube is saying this content is made for kids, then all of a sudden you are in a weird predicament where you may feel like you don't have a say, or you may feel like you're not getting represented properly. So having that free feature is so useful. Now, one thing I'm going to be doing is kind of jumping back and forth between here and the desktop. I do want to go ahead and make this a little larger so it's easier to see. So let me know if that's easier for you to see. On top of like just TubeBuddy tools, there's a lot here. So you may not know this as well. There is the demonetization check, right? So are you missing out on ad revenue because of demonetized videos that you didn't know about? So if you're unaware, similar to the Coppa Center, it scans your content. We're going to go ahead and start, and it's going to let you know process complete. We did not find any demonetized videos needing to be submitted for manual review. This is super useful, especially if you have a lot of content. I know, for example, on my gaming channel that can get very, very, kind of tricky. So it's understanding that if you don't know your videos are demonetized, having a tool such as the demonetization double check, as I call it, it lets you see and make sure that you have that content ready to be manually reviewed so you can get that money back, especially if you didn't know it was demonetized, which can happen a lot. I see a lot of people just not know. But if we continue back, I mean, the miscellaneous tools section here is very important, and there's so much. Another feature that a lot of people do not know in TubeBuddy is if you're in the My Videos page of the new studio, no longer in beta, it's just the new YouTube studio, you can click on the little TB here. And there's so many amazing tools, right? So this is my latest video. So you can go and copy your cards. So if you want the cards you have applied to this video, for example, maybe to go on all of those videos, this does require a star license. But any of the templates like here, pretty much this whole section requires star. This requires star, suggested is free. Tag translator is, I believe, a legend feature, but I can triple check. Share tracker is a great one. So if you want to make sure that you have shared a video on any social media, you can quickly and easily. So like, let's say I want to share this to Twitter. Boom, Premiere Rush tutorial, how to edit music for free. Takes us back. If I want to share this, let's say I want to share this on LinkedIn, same thing, Facebook, ideally. And then it also marks it, right? So it'll tell you today. So maybe you want to be sharing this every day. Welcome, Ryan A. Raymond, who says, hey, everyone. I don't know why this looks so zoomed out. It could just be my screen, but hopefully you guys can see this just fine. But again, this TubeBuddy icon really does have, and notice the notes, right? They'll tell you when the video was published. It'll let you know, hey, you share this video on Twitter. And the more you do, and the more you do things like this, it'll help you. There is also just, if you want to share it on Twitter in another way, where you can say, check out my latest video, Premiere Rush tutorial, how to add and edit music in music in videos for free. I can't even pronounce my own title, folks. That is why I have some tea. It is a little early. I know some of you, like Kitty Love 47, it's 1 a.m. So hopefully you are unwinding and learning some cool things about TubeBuddy. But I like the ability to share out to different socials, and I like just the amount that TubeBuddy tracks because it lets me remind myself, oh, I have done this thing, or oh, I really do need to do that. So again, there's just so many things. There's also the suggested tags feature, which will take you to the video page. This is in Classic, but it'll essentially let you know what videos, right? Like add music to Instagram stories, Adobe Premiere Rush, add music to YouTube video. So these are actually search terms that have gotten you views. If you click on the three ellipses here, it'll tell you if it's ranking or not. So this is actually really useful. So like, for example, Adobe Premiere Rush, I got a view from that. But if you notice, I may not have any rankings, but I get views because this could be where YouTube suggested it. And it'll also let you know over time if you've gotten views from these things, right? So you can see related for the channel, you can see a lot of things that just kind of give you an overall idea. As you guys can see though, I am pretty much doing well in the rankings for this video, which makes me really happy. But I just love the amount of features you have. And keep in mind, this is on the new YouTube studio. I know a lot of people have questions, is TubeBuddy there? Trust me, we are. So another thing that I like is the social monitor, right? So this will tell you like, hey, was this shared on Twitter? Or was this shared on Reddit? This may be a little weird because I did zoom in. This is a great question, and it's from Ryan A. Raymond. Question: do you not really TubeBuddy related, but do you think YouTube treats live replays differently than regular uploads? I don't think I know. So YouTube doesn't consider them the same thing. That's why they give us a separate tab on the new creator yeah, it is new creator. I didn't say beta, and it functions differently. The problem I have with that is that although it is different and it's not in the same vein, what happens is it treats it similar to an upload, right? So like it can affect your click-through rate. It can it can do a lot negative, but I always say if you want to live stream, the positives outweigh the negatives. Welcome, Mike Phillips. He says, if Andrew can, I can too. Mike Phillips, if you can lead the team, your audience can too. But to answer your question, Ryan A. Raymond, I do think I know they treat them differently, and I still recommend doing them only if you have an audience that will watch, right? Like, I'm lucky enough that I have right now 15 of you watching live with me and learning about TubeBuddy and are excited to be here. So thank you, each and every one of you who are here. I love doing live streams because they're fun. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't always one who did live. In fact, I did my first live in 2018 and I was mortified. I was surprised anyone showed. But it's building that audience and building that trust that you know what you're doing and they have something to expect. Now, they do treat them differently, and I can show you a little bit how they do. So if we exit the social monitor, right, like just in the new YouTube studio, there's a whole section for lives, right? So that's not an accident. They are slightly different. I've just been debating single shot videos, lives that are shorter. I usually get about 10 to 20 minutes. Well, one thing you can do within the new, live streaming YouTube studio, hopefully, I'm not showing anything here, is like you can clip moments. You can do a lot from here. So there is a lot you can do in that. Hopefully I didn't just, I'll have to go back and blur that, but as you do. There's just a lot you can do in the new live studio, and I really enjoy it. And that's one thing I got to keep telling people, right? Like, YouTube actually is innovating and trying to get better in these systems. Hello, Only Claire Jones says, hello, I'm here, but I'm lurking. But, speaking of lives and stuff and how TubeBuddy can help, which is the overall theme of this stream, one thing I want to show is, if you aren't aware, like, you can also, like, use the share on Twitter for your streaming. You can, for example, you can maybe, if you don't want to keep your stream live, one thing you can do is, like, sunset it, right? So, like, let's say that I'll do it on this stream that's live now. This is where you all are. You can see that we have live viewers 15. It is really cool. If I want, I can sunset this video, right? So, like, I can make this unlisted. I'll get, like, let's say by next Friday I want this video to go unlisted. I can remove the video from playlist. I can do all of this within TubeBuddy, and what this will do, if I hit schedule sunset, is it will schedule the video to go unlisted, remove it from all playlists, and it'll also send me an email reminder. Now, I don't want to do this, but it's a great example to show off a tool you may not know about in TubeBuddy. So I'll cancel the sunset because, for the sake of example. Mike Phillips says, the more I live, the more I realize I'm not ready for it just yet on YouTube. And I think that's fair to recognize and understand. Because live is a different beast than videos. You have to be entertaining in a different way compared to a, in-person video. So Ryan A. Raymond says I'm 90% live and about 10% upload. I would try doing a little more upload, seeing how that works for you, but I understand your kind of content, you really focus on in-depth. But I found, like, my shorter form content usually does the best. And that's just, everyone is different. Now, I do want to show some other features within TubeBuddy, especially if you're like me, and you don't always go back after you like optimize and set a video, and you may not go back and check. Like, I'm creating a lot of content, and so it makes it difficult for me to, like, keep up with all the content I'm creating on the multiple channels I'm creating it for. So this next feature is called Launchpad, and if you've never heard of it, I'm not talking about Launchpad Astronomy. I am sorry, Christian, if you watch this, he's going to be like, you mother. But basically, it is a really cool feature, and it's one that I don't really talk about too much. It does require a star or higher, but all you have to do is go to the TubeBuddy dropdown, go to Website Tools, and then you can click Launchpad, and it'll bring you where you need to go. Mike Phillips says, like the AK screen. Thank you. I worked on that. That was something I wanted to do just to test it out. A little new transition. Always learning. Always be testing is what I say. So basically, I have Launchpad, and you may have eagle-eyed viewers may notice the Launchpad dashboard here. So once you click on Launchpad, it'll bring you to the dashboard. And basically what it does, and the easiest way to explain this as possible, is that it will generate things for you on your video. So there's a video I haven't chosen for this very reason. And what you can do is you can run and upload checklists, the best practices, and found opportunities, right? So this video hasn't been processed for opportunities yet. So essentially what we can do is you can run this through TubeBuddy. If I hit process video, again, requires a star or higher, and it will go in and maybe see anything you may have missed. It's a double check, right? Like it's checking that you're doing all the things correct. El Jefe Reviews, welcome. He says, hey everyone. Hey Andrew Can, great to see you. So this is a good example, right? So I have in this video, it's telling me, hey, there's a broken link. So what is broken? Description broken links found. So usually it may be my affiliate link because I know Adobe is working on that. Hopefully it's not because that'd be disappointing. Okay, so it works. I was like, oh no, please no. I think it might be my merch link because I know I recently changed that. So not sure what it's saying is, but you know, go to the show a feature, things go wrong. But because I can't see anything, I'm just going to say save changes, see if anything. But one thing is it shows you and still appears to, I'll go ahead and ignore. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right, I'll bring this up to our team because this is a great example. But it shows you and reasons why, right? Like it can reduce audience frustration, it can improve your channel's perceived quality, and you won't miss out on external opportunities for sales. Another thing you can do is found opportunities. And this one I really love. Found opportunities is things like, hey, we've noticed that this is how things are working for you. This might be how you want to do that. And while this is loading, let me know. Did you know about Launchpad? In those comments, either in the live stream or the replay. Scully's House of Thriller says, hey Andrew, hey Scully, great to see you. Saw you in Doug Houston's stream as well. Doug did an amazing job earlier this morning at the time of this stream. Believe it or not, I don't have a TubeBuddy mug. Now, here's something, especially this Beanie, I know you're one, Beanie draws in the chat. If you're like Beanie or like me, and sometimes you forget comments, well, this can actually tell you you need to respond to comments on this page. If you click this, it'll show you a comment you may have missed. Oh, I missed one from Duty Ron. Hope Duty Ron. Oh yeah, this was for those. How long is the stream? Great question, Kitty Love. I usually go for an hour to 90 minutes. I'm still not awesome with TubeBuddy, but working on it. So if you follow me on Twitter, this was actually a tweet I put out where someone commented, this video is amazing. You'd probably be bigger on here if you weren't so ugly. Thanks for the help. I forgot completely about that comment, but yeah, it was actually one of my best performing tweets in a while. You gotta love comments, right? That still makes me laugh because I find that person was in such a place of like disarray. I still don't know how to reply to that one. But I feel like he was like, man, this content is so good, but Andrew is just so ugly. I don't know. I just kind of find that funny. Maybe it's just me. Oh, the haters. I don't know. He enjoyed the content, but he's like, you're so hideous to look at. I don't know. I just found that pretty funny. Or maybe I'm just looking at the positive. So if you're unaware, one thing you can do with comments is camera responses, and what I use them for is hello Duty Ron. You always want to say their name. Hello Low Logics, who says, hey, I just joined, welcome, talking about things you may not know in TubeBuddy. Right now we're talking about canned responses, which if you are a free user you get one canned response. Hello Duty Ron, thank you so much. I thought I replied to everyone on this, but see Beanie, this is a double check on it. Thank you so much for watching. What do you use to edit your videos? What microphone? For your audio, right? Just asking questions related to the video can go a long way. And so I reply, and then there we are. Scully's House of Throw says, I know Mike, I'm just on mobile using TubeBuddy. I've been immersed, I believe that's what it's supposed to be, in Streamlabs. You know what? I'll just give him a heart. Thanks for watching. Hey, thank you. Appreciate. Glad you enjoyed the video. Again, you never know who is who's going to be watching. But man, God, I forgot. I really did forget all about that tweet. But As you can see, once you are done, it gives you why you should do this, right? So the opportunity it found is that you should respond to comments on your videos to engage your audience. Benefits audience interaction, increases channel loyalty, absolutely. Answering questions can clear up misconceptions, true. Don't leave them hanging. Improve the experience of your viewers. We have where it says that in Creator Academy, and also we have where Daryl Eves recommends it too. Scully, don't worry about that. That's why you're in a stream. So I can mark this as complete. Looking good. Nice work. So you completed this item. Now, it will also check if we get new comments. Do not worry on that. But here's something to keep in mind, right? So these are search tags that people have found this video from. So like, here's the thing I like with this, right? So like, rank higher in search results to drive more views to this video, improve SEO tags. How to control background noise from video is something that someone found this video for, right? So that means people are looking for, sorry, Lowe's Logic's not gonna do that. Appreciate the idea though. But the thing is, this is a great example of how people found it, right? So Adobe Premiere Rush Download, Adobe Premiere Rush Download Android, Rush Android. So yeah, this is actually talking about Android and iOS. Maybe makes sense. I like this, how to control background noise from video, because that's a way people can actually maybe find you. So this may be, and another thing is you can see your current tags and how many you have. So like this one may seem a little bit easy, and I might want to add Adobe Premiere Rush, but you never know. So right. So if you save changes, current tags, it'll go ahead and, yep. There still appears to be tags you need to add for your video. I'll just go ahead and mark as complete, but that is something I can think about going forward. But again, to get to Launchpad, you go to Dashboard. You check the video, and you can see that I've run I try to run it frequently. So if you are just coming in, I believe Midnight Madness was trying to say Houston Nation, but it came out Houston Natty. Hey, Houston Natty. We're all a part of that hashtag Houston Natty. Welcome. Welcome. Man, Doug is so good. One thing, when uploading video in Studio Beta, I couldn't see where Tag Explorer and Tag Suggestions were from TubeBuddy. Well, Keyword Explorer and stuff is still being added to the new YouTube Studio. The new uploader is just that, new, and so it makes it a little more difficult when it comes to adding features and functionalities to it. It will be added, it's just we have to catch up to what they're doing. LL, you should have said to that comment, thanks for watching, and sorry my cute face upsets you. Why don't you put a bag on your head while watching? This might help you out. It says only Claire Jones. 30-day reviews, welcome. Claire Jones with the going right for the jugular. Hello from San Diego, says Made MD. Is it okay to go back and change the title to a prior video, or does that confuse the YouTube algorithm? So that's a great question. And what I tell people is your video performing well with your current title? Is it getting clicks? Is it driving views and such? If yes, I wouldn't recommend changing it. Now, if the video is dead, it's not getting any clicks, like you can see this in your analytics, and it's just not doing well, then maybe it might make sense for you to go back and analyze it. Maybe come back with a better thumbnail, better title, and things like that. Can really help, but it really depends on the video and what your analytics say. Stephen Allen Music says, can you convince TubeBuddy to let all of the TubeBuddy features be unlocked for all paid users for the first week of January to help start the year off right? Just a thought. Well, Stephen Allen Music, stay tuned for our Black Friday deal. That's all I can say. Transitioning. Also, if you want, there's loads of free trials out there for TubeBuddy. So, one thing that this is identified in Launchpad is that this title length is above the recommended characters, but you know, I'm okay with it because how to get better audio for your YouTube videos with just 2 tips. I could easily get rid of the just, right? Like, so this is an easy one I could say with how to get better audio for YouTube videos with 2 tips, right? Same principle. Still appears to be too long. So this is one where I'm actually going to keep it just because of the way I keep, I'm like, yeah, just do what it recommends. Car Galaxy Studios, Epic City Builders are saying Houston Nady. He probably has this. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to move past it. Description broken links again. What? Is my affiliate link broken? Oh, I think I... Oh, make sure you put a space, folks. Wow. Oh, well, that goes to show even even I can make mistakes. D. Niman is in the chat. So there still appears to be broken links. I'm gonna have to see on that one. But this is just a really good thing, especially for found opportunities. And the reason I like them so much is I like the idea of TubeBuddy going in, looking at my videos, and seeing things I may have missed that can help you get views, right? So it's like checking my title, checking my tag, it's checking my cards, it's checking my playlist, it's checking everything. So, right, again, comments, waiting, response. And one thing I like about this is high watch percentage, right? So my average video is 34%, but this video has a 50% average view percentage. So based on the high view percentage, we recommend considering making similar topics. So I've been doing better audio tips. It's really been performing on my channel. Mike Phillips says, this is why I'm not getting my affiliate payouts. Welcome, Paul Peck. Welcome, Lily Tree. What a great group of people learning about TubeBuddy early in the morning. But the reason I like this is because it's considered making similar topics in the future, right? So this video, when I did it with Daniel, and I've been all of the best performing videos in my channel really lately have been audio related or filmmaking related, which both make me happy because that's what I'm really interested in and excited to do and create. So Launchpad is really one of my favorite TubeBuddy features. I don't think people pay a lot of attention from, so it's one of those things I wanted to bring a little bit more attention to. So with this, I now know that I should consider making more topics like this. But now it's again comments I have yet to reply to. And before we get more hate comments, folks, you do it live, you really don't know where you're going. Oh. Oh wow, I really was bad on this. Oh, sorry, Beanie. Oh, this is where Beanie and I are having a disagreement. Going to have to agree with the bad audio is unforgivable mentality as long as the message is there and you have a value to provide. I've actually seen with Data Beanie that people with bad audio and videos have some of the worst abandonment rates, to where their hockey stick ratio is some of the worst. So it's one of those things where I've seen it happen over and over. 30-Day Reviews says, Andrew, when is your next blog? Whenever I remember to make it. I actually have been testing blogs, if you're wondering. I'm assuming you mean my Medium post I shared on Twitter. I actually use blogs for Google ranking, and a lot of in my analytics, I actually rank really highly for Google, and that's by making those Medium posts, by making those blog style posts, because you can rank on Google and have your video show up there too. It allows you to show up in multiple places, and anytime your content can be in multiple places is usually a good idea. But as we go back, comments that I haven't replied to, I got to get back in and do that. Not going to mark it as complete, but that's a little bit of Launchpad. You know, we kind of talked about some of the stuff. You know, we talked about looking at our channel. We talked about some of these features here. One thing, if you're unaware, and this is something I see a lot, is how to change and how to work on your channel tags. So if you go here, we do have upload defaults. We're just working on making them. We can have the different ones. Upload defaults let you have different ones. We are working on it. It's just getting them working in the new studio. But if you ever want to know how you can add channel tags, this is how you do it, right? So one thing I should do is add Premiere Rush tutorials. We're doing it live. I can do how to install acoustic foam. And this is something that not a lot of people do. And the reason I say this is you should definitely make sure content creator, filmmaker, these are two. That's an old director. These really aren't. Verified YouTube channel makes sense. Andrew Cam from Weekend Game. This doesn't make sense anymore. VidCon vlog still makes sense. Better audio for YouTube videos. And the reason you do this is similar to your channel. Go ahead and hit save. These are your channel tags, right? So you want to make sure that you are showing when people search, because your YouTube channel can show up. See, the site says, sorry, I had to step away from to give my kids some medicine. What did I miss? Just talking about I am terrible at responding to comments and things like that. So I've been using TubeBuddy, but I haven't been so successful at ranking still. I'm still using it, but I'm slowly losing faith in it. So honestly, when it comes to ranking, that's completely on what your video is about, what you're trying to do. I always say you should do your SEO before you go in and do things. Welcome, Cooking K. So here's a great example. What the heck did I miss is right, Midnight Mass. I don't know. Tube Daddy is confusing. Hello, Josephine Desmet. It's great to see you. But basically, what I'd say for people who are struggling on ranking, and why don't we just go through this, right? I saw using Launchpad that one of the ways people found my content was how to remove background noise. So let's go with that, right? So I'll start with a simple keyword, remove background noise. And this is how I would do it, right? So remove background noise, we can get an idea, right? So I'm using weighted, which requires pro or higher, but the thing is, people found my content from this. This is something people want to know. So remove background noise. Fair. Search volume. It's pretty fair. Competition is poor. There's going to be a lot of people with content on this. There's a lot of searches for it. So just here is what my content would be about, right? Remove background noise. So how would I do this, right? I use Premiere Pro, I use Premiere Rush, right? So one of the first things is Premiere Pro, Audacity, Adobe Audition, but why don't we try what I've made a couple videos on, Premiere Rush, right? Like this is what I've been making content around. Well, the score goes up. There's not a lot of people here. In fact, I might be ranking for it. No, I'm pretty much would only be competing with Mike Russell and a few others, but not a lot of people have talked about how to remove background noise in Premiere Rush. So this is actually an opportunity for me just because I saw what people were looking for. Welcome 3D Plastic Fantasy, who says, hey, Andrew, says 5 months ago? Andrew. F minus. Oops. Oops, I never noticed. Weighted appeared when I went paid. Doug Houston, welcome. Thank you so much for sending some people over. Always great to see people. Now, Beanie, I am human. And I bleed when I fall down. Demonetized for a song lyric. But it goes to show, going back to you, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, Majd MD. When it comes to doing SEO research, you kind of need to know what your video is about. And you know what? I actually will pull up your channel as a channel review because that is part of this. And I want to use you as an example, if you don't mind. And before they're like, no. And I just like make you very uncomfortable. But hopefully I don't. I'm in a very good mood, if you could not tell. I'm having a good day. You know, people are learning. We're talking about TubeBuddy. I'm just happy. 26 concurrent viewers. Thank you, everyone, for joining me so early this morning. I know it's late for some of you, but yeah, I think I want to take a look. You are not human, Andrew. You are superhuman. Well, I appreciate that, Mike Phillips. So, all right, I got the okay. You know, one thing I'm not liking with the way it's doing this, right? You used to be able to, fun times with YouTube not working the way I need it to. So let me just try it the old-fashioned way. Should work. I'm gonna be pulling up your channel now, but thank you everyone for joining us live. Should work now. And before it doesn't. All right, it worked. So now that I've been able to, you know, pull up your channel successfully, we're going to be talking about, you know, some things you talked about having some problems with the SEO side of things. So when we transition over to your channel, I want to take a look at some things, right? So I'm going to take a look. Let's look at this video here, right? So who should take protein shakes and how safe are they? Paul Peck with my first super sticker. Paul Peck, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. It's a little super. Ooh, should go this way because of my camera and the reflective nature. Paul Peck, thank you so much for the continued support. You know, I have to tell you, Paul Peck, I wear a lot of YouTuber shirts. Your shirt by far got the most comments when I was walking through Target, when I was walking around. People really love it. You need to be selling those if you aren't already. Back to Dr. Majd. I'm assuming, am I hopefully pronouncing this correctly? I apologize. MD, so medical doctor. Who should take protein shakes and how safe are they? So you're talking about protein shakes, right? Looking here, who should take protein shakes? Should you take protein shakes? What you titled this is who should take protein shakes, right? So let's take a look at the competition, right? So I like looking at the weighted. So understanding one thing in TubeBuddy can really change how you might perceive what you're targeting, right? So if I look here, the barrier to entry for this term is 7,069. 7,600, right? This is the barrier to entry to show up on the first page of search results. Well, if I look here, right, you're below that barrier to entry, meaning that it's going to be harder for you to rank on that. And the reason I bring that up is because your first part of what you're targeting for search is who should take protein shakes. So because of that, it's very competitive. So I would say that if I were to do this, I would maybe focus on, like, should you take protein shakes? Is how I would probably look this up, right? Should you take protein shakes? Or maybe you're talking about the powder, right? So the barrier to entry is even higher for this. So maybe this one isn't good, or it's, again, you made this video about protein shakes. I use TubeBuddy actually. So if you use TubeBuddy, what I would say then is who should take protein shakes. I would have, if your free version, you don't have the weighted score, unfortunately. However, I would really look at, if you have the paid version, the weightedness, right? Because like if I know I need this many views and my average isn't that, because you're below the requirement to entry. So one of the reasons you're not ranking for this is for that reason, right? But if I look at your tags, because I haven't watched the videos, like you talk about, do you need a protein supplement? Do I need to take protein shakes? Well, is it who should take protein shakes, or is this about, do I need to take protein shakes? And then you have protein shakes good for weight loss. So like it's conflicting on, is this about who should take protein shakes, or is this about how to select a protein shake? So there's no consistency within what your title is and with what your tags are. And if I look here, reviews, why we need protein, how much we need, the types of protein shakes, sources, and their proposed risks. So hello, Tiffany Von Graley, who says, hi, Andrew. So what I'm seeing is that you have, I'll drop a like, by the way. What I'm seeing is like you have multiple different ways that you're describing this, right? So is this on who should take protein shakes? Is this about how safe they are? Is this, it's all over the place. So it's confusing, right? So if I look at should you take a protein shake, well, the barrier to entry is definitely lower, and you actually probably would have a real chance, right? Should you take protein shakes? I would actually call this, should you take a protein shake? Should you take protein shakes? How safe are they? That's super compelling, because you have to be not only searchable, but compelling. And also, if I go back, which I do want to, I want to take a look at, Doctor explains protein shakes. So one thing I would say is, because of the background, and this is just a personal opinion, it's very contrasty and the shake kind of gets lost with these colors. Maybe make that stand out a little more. See, the site says, are protein shakes safe for everyone? D. Niven says, Andrew is like a wizard. Well, thank you, D. I do work on my craft. But you are, like, I love this idea, reviewing the latest medical topics, news, and headlines. I would maybe put helping you become healthy one video at a time, subscribe today, or something like that, like really like giving that value. I see you're linking to your website, but I would really take time and focus on setting up your channel, right? Like I see you have a video around keto. I see you have videos around food. So it's like maybe as a medical professional, you can have playlists where you're like tips around food, tips around, all of these things can really help you, right? Like think about it this way. If you're a doctor and you know this, you need to have your You give out pamphlets as a doctor with more information. Your playlists are those pamphlets where if people want to learn more about food, if they want to learn more about diets, if they want to learn more about different things, you should have playlists that act as those medical pamphlets and using something you might be familiar about. Kitty Love 47 says, I don't have super chat in my region. I need some help though. You know what? I will add you to our queue, but right now I'm helping Dr. Majd. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correct, but think about it like this. Like, this is your pamphlets. You may have playlists, actually. I haven't checked. Let me go to the playlist tab. So you do have playlists, but you aren't featuring them on your channel, and that's one of those things where I would feature them here, because if you don't, I only see up to 10 videos, and I know you have more than 10. So it's one of those things where it's keeping up with everything you're doing and making sure you're making it easy for your audience, right? I'm going to go here. Like, one thing I'm looking at in your title, and this seems to be, is what does fish oil do? Benefits of omega-3 supplements, right? So what does fish oil do? Benefits of omega-3 supplements. Is fish oil good for you? Who needs fish oil? It's like, it's all in the same vein, but slightly different. You might be ranking for this. I'll check it out. So you are ranking for it. One thing I would recommend is get rid of these one-word tags. You're not ranking for them, and the odds are that you probably won't rank for them because of how competitive they are. But this is one where when you keep on topic, right? So like benefits of omega-3, benefits of fish oil, like what does omega-3 do? Like, I see where you're going for, but maybe a better one would, which you are ranking for, is what does fish oil do? So you see how, like, when you stray away from that, you no longer rank, right? Like, is fish oil good for you? You didn't really put that, right? So like, when you're relevant and you keep on subject, you do really well. Cooking K says, how are you doing the transitions? Well, that's just OBS. I've been upgrading my own skills. I talk about always be learning, and I learned some new things. I actually have a lot of new transitions coming. I'm really excited to show those. Crown Boy gives me a kissy emoji. Yeah, definitely get more playlists in there. They're probably the most underrated thing you can do for your own channel. Agreed. I'm actually not using Streamlabs OBS. This is just OBS proper. I don't know. I'm weirdly, I learned OBS and I'm weirdly like put off by Streamlabs OBS. Maybe I'm in the minority. But this is actually a really good example when you follow up in what you're doing and you keep that level of consistency, you are ranking. I'm not sure if you use TubeBuddy for this, but it's one of those things. So if I were to give your channel a grade, it's like the SEO's there. It's lacking. I'd say that on the white background, it kind of is very bright. I'd put when you go live. I'd put why they should subscribe. I'd put, I think you have reviewing the latest medical topics news headlines. I think that's perfect. I'd maybe actually put another call to subscribe over here. So for me, I think you have good content. You're clearly resonating. But if I were to give you like a channel grade, and of course, give a grade in the chat as well, I would say, I'd give you a positive C+, but I mean, there's a lot of room for improvement. You could show more, things like that. I use TubeBuddy every time. Well, if that's the case, then the last time you used TubeBuddy there looked pretty well. It worked pretty well for you. It wasn't bad at all. So, yeah, I would say just keep on it. The MMA Hole says Streamlabs OBS is OBS with training wheels. Just use OBS. Okay, well, I know how to use OBS, so maybe that's why I've been put off by it. Gonna keep drinking my tea because I don't want to end up like Nick and lose this voice. Oh God, that was hot. But I'm glad you enjoyed my ASMR. Now I want to take a look at Kitty Love 47. Kitty Love 47. So subscribe. ytgraphics.com. Minecraft. So I see I should subscribe. I see that you're doing Minecraft, but I don't know when you published Minecraft. I don't know what you're doing specifically in Minecraft, and I don't know how you're going to help me as a user, right? So how are you going to help me in Minecraft? Why should I subscribe to you, and when do you even go live? What makes you different? And then when I come to your channel, I'd recommend setting up a channel trailer because I don't have a quick glimpse of what your content's about. So Majd MD says, works well on occasional video, but I think your critique totally makes sense as to why it is that way. Thank you so much for your tips. Grateful. Happy to help, and thank you for joining us. And you'll kind of see, and I hope you stay around because a lot of people may do things differently to how you do it, and it can really expand your mind. So I see that you're doing content. I see that a YouTuber who has inspired me to make a YouTube. I think that's really cool. Again, from what I'm seeing, you probably have more than 10 videos. You do. I would similarly to the Dr. Majd, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so worried about getting it wrong. But, make more playlists, right? Like maybe have a playlist on looking here. Maybe you do challenges, you do Minecraft stuff. So maybe you have a challenge playlist. You have what to build in Minecraft. You have songs, right? So I see that you do songs. Maybe you have a playlist of all of your songs. And as you said, Caleb, I do just do random for now, but in the future I would do fully just Minecraft. And again, when you're doing Minecraft, things to think about is what are you going to do that makes you different, right? Maybe you're doing Minecraft songs where you like use redstone, I think it's what it's called. I apologize, I'm not that big into the Minecraft scene. But again, there's a lot you could be doing. If I look in your about, hey guys, Kitty Love here, and welcome to my channel. I make random videos, tutorials, gameplay. Like even right here, what I would say is make sure that you feature that. I can see that you live in Malaysia, speak broken English. Your English is actually really good. But it's just making sure that you have all of these things set up. But because you're new and because you're working on it, what I would say is just make sure you have a channel trailer. Really focus on having easy to follow playlists that show what your channel is about and make it easy for a new user to know what you're into. Dr. Sten Ekberg in the house says, hello, everyone. Welcome, Dr. Sten. Great to see you here with me live. Do appreciate everyone joining. So that would be my advice to you, Kitty Love 47, just because I think there's some things you can do. If you want to know how TubeBuddy could help you, you could use the drop-down menu here and you could do some keyword research. You could also use our video topic planner, right? So like maybe you've done some keyword research. If you are, you said you're in Malaysia, maybe where you are, there's some Minecraft stuff trending, right? So like you can look here, right? And you can see what's trending in your region. Maybe there's some stuff around Minecraft because it is different for every region, right? Like if we go through the list, like Doug Hewson sent a lot of people over. You can see what's trending in Australia. Like that's one of the things I like about TubeBuddy is it shows you your region. You can just choose where you are, right? So for us, there's a different things that are trending. I writing good English, but not speaking. That's fair. So that would be what I'd say. And for Minecraft, right? Like Minecraft is very, very popular. So you're going to have to find ways. So like if I type in Minecraft, I can only imagine, right? 481 million unique searches a month. The barrier to entry for just Minecraft alone is 2.61 million views required, right? So like my 196 is not going to be cutting this anytime soon. So again, as you go deeper, right? So like maybe you do Minecraft House, which probably is going to be very competitive too. Not as competitive as, millions of views required, but better. As you could see, because of the interesting screen size, I am kind of weirdly doing that. But it's understanding as you go around, Kitty Love 47 is like finding out, like, you want to make content for Minecraft people. So what did you need to know when you started Minecraft? Because you made that video on a YouTuber who inspired you. Maybe you focus on like things people may not have spent a lot of time on, and finding that and creating that for yourself is really rewarding and really does offer a lot of just different ways. So yeah, I would have to say I can't give you a channel grade yet, only because you're still kind of figuring it out. But I would say keep working on it. And while we do that, I will go back to some more TubeBuddy stuff because I think that's really cool. So if you have a star level, have you ever wanted to know, like, where are my rankings in search over time? Well, I'm glad no one asked that question, but I'm going to tell you the answer anyway. So we're going to go to website tools, and then we're going to go to search rank tracking. Now I've already, have this. This does require star or higher. I'm just going to close out of my failures. But keywords to track. So I actually track a few other things, right? So what I track is install acoustic foam, how to get verified on YouTube, and Elgato Cam Link. These are some of my best performing videos. So if I go to my ranking reports, if you want to add a keyword, right? So like one I might want to look up is Premiere Rush Audio Tutorial, right? Like that might be one I want to have. And actually this is really cool. So it shows you keyword limits. Starter is 0, pro is 0, star is 5, legend is 50, enterprise, which is a different one altogether, it's Majd MD, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. She says thank you. Thank you for being such an entertaining help, says See the Sights. Thank you for joining us. Can I ask you something later on Discord, Beanie Draws? Oh, okay, 3D Plastic Fantasy doesn't want our opinion, folks. Now, joking. So if I go to ranking reports, so I haven't generated a ranking report in 7 days, but I usually do. I usually do them every Saturday, so actually it is about that time. So what it's going to do is based on the keywords I track, and I'll show you this is one of my favorite features. Lily trees, Andrew. Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. Hey, I gotta have fun, right? I'm enjoying myself. Thanks for the tips. You and a company that shall not be named have been helping me a lot. Thank you so much. Happy to help. So, this is one of the things I like. So, required disclaimer, search ranking changes over time, calculated by TubeBuddy and not a direct pull from the YouTube API. So, what this is showing us is where we rank for what I'm looking up, right? So, like Premiere Rush Audio Tutorial, I rank number 9. On this one, and number 15 for this one. So this is actually pretty good. I'm not ranking on Google, but for install acoustic foam, I rank number 1 on YouTube, and I rank number 3 on Google. It also showed me changes over time, right? So I've actually jumped up in Google 88 ranks. I'm now ranked number 12 for Elgato Cam Link 4K, which is insane. How to get verified on YouTube, I dropped down a rank, I know, but I like this because it shows me how I'm still performing for these terms, right? Like Premiere Rush Audio Tutorial is something that I'm targeting heavily on these. And if I don't have this as a tag, because I'm not perfect, I can make mistakes. I'll go ahead and edit this video. I don't think I have Premiere Rush Audio Tutorial. If I don't, then shame on me. I don't have it. Premiere Rush Audio Tutorial, because that's something I am working on. Your tag exceed. Oh no. So what I'll do now, and this is actually an interesting predicament, I always tell people if you have a lot of ranking tags, so actually I do have it, never mind, remove duplicates. I was just kidding, folks, so I'm not saving those changes, but I thought I didn't have it. But it gives you an idea of where you're ranking on both Google and on YouTube. It is really interesting to see I've jumped in the ranks for the Elgato Cam Link 4K. On this, but I really do like the ranking reports. Now, if you do like ranking reports like I do, again, does require star or higher. However, it's useful. So you can, how often do you want to run your reports? I was wrong. So the date it runs next is the 25th. I thought it was today. Now, the 25th would make sense. It's Monday. You can also put never or monthly. So I usually do weekly, but that's just me. You can do whatever you want. But I try to recommend good advice, and I like seeing where I'm ranking over time, because a lot of times if you start to see your ranks fall, that might be a telltale sign that maybe you should make another video on that topic. Or if you see your ranks start to climb, make a video on that topic. But that is a feature I really love. And again, if you're seeing a feature in TubeBuddy you've never seen before, let me know in the live chat. It gives me help when I make the TubeBuddy videos on kind of what I should consider making content for. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying the stream. We have 25 people. We're getting some super chats, having hopefully a lot of fun early this morning. I know I am. And I'm just really enjoying all that we have here. Now, don't you worry, my eagle-eyed viewers, I keep saying, I don't know why, but I'm having fun. I'm going to show you some more features. Now, again, if you're unaware, and maybe you weren't here earlier, I want to show off the new feature, Kappa Center. This is a free, well, this is what it'll look like. It is a free tool, and what it does is it helps let you know where your videos stand on if it's made for kids or not. I think this is because I'm so zoomed in. Yeah, it is, but don't worry, folks. Let's refresh this page. So I'll just refresh this so it can load again. You gotta love doing things live because you don't know if things will work or not. But we will go ahead and don't want to overuse it, but I love that effect. Worked hard on it. So go to Kappa Center. It'll let you start your scan. And then from here, what it's going to do is let you know if YouTube has identified any of your videos for kids, as well as the rating you've identified. If you get confused by these ratings, there's a little tooltip here that shows you the differences between them. And you can also filter on how you want to do this. Paul Peck says, if Andrew can, you can too. That is my mindset. But honestly, what I tell people is I want that not to just be me, but I want it to be something you can think about for your own audience, right? Like if you can install and be the master of drywall, Paul, your audience can too, right? And if Dr. Sten can help inform people on holistic health, then he can help people be better, right? Or even, Kitty Love is talking about Minecraft. I know that 3D Plastic Fantasy, like there's so much that you all do for your audiences. And I want you guys to literally have the idea that, hey, I'm doing this. My audience can too. Like that's what I really want with that. That's why I say it. And I hope that sticks. So, I think we've shown a lot of TubeBuddy. I think that there's a lot we have done, So, I think I want to keep using that transition. No, I want to bring it to you. And it is open up for channel reviews, right? So this is the time. We've shown a lot. We've done a lot. But now I want to pass that. I feel like I want to pass the savings on to you. But if you would like a channel review, please let me know. I had to get my third cup of coffee. What did I miss? Spicy Thai Food Channel says, Sawadee-ka. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that. Greeting in Thai. Sawadee-ka. Greeting in Thai. Hi, everyone. Hi, Andrew Can. If D's in here, he's going to be like, Andrew, you quit. You quit that right now. Basically, you have come just in time for the channel review portion. So if anyone is interested in channel reviews, now is the time. I am here for it. See the sites. So go ahead and pull you up if it loads. So let's go ahead and full disclosure. I am subscribed to your channel. So see the sites. I've talked to you in person on what you... Not sure if you saw it, but I'd love your view on my newest video tags and title. Beanie Draws, of course. I'm going to add you to the queue. And I also see Miriam Havard, I believe is how you pronounce that. I will go ahead and pull you in our queue as well. But see the sites. I have talked to you about your channel. I know that there are some things you can do. So we kind of talked about making it a little more clear when you post, making it a little more clear on who the sites are. I love the play on words with your name. I would make see the sites uploads. I would add a description to Dan's favorites. Again, all these things I told you at Vid Summit here. Come on. Still haven't fixed my banner. I'm seeing it. Come on, we talked about a lot of this. So I would make sure you're doing those changes. You may have added more playlists. You are active in the community. Congratulations on the new laptop, by the way. See that in your community. I would recommend featuring more of these playlists and maybe putting Casey's favorites here too, describing why they're your favorites and really honing in to Miriam says, yes, you pronounced it correctly. Woo! Sorry, but in order to access the keyword ranking report, you must upgrade your... Exactly, Cooking K. That's why I said it does require a star or higher in this. So Sorry about that, but a lot of these features I'm just showing off. It's more so that you get an understanding of the different ones. So yeah, I think the ranking, tracking, and stuff like that is some of my favorite stuff. Again, there are reasons to go for the other TubeBuddy licenses. Another thing I would say for you, see the sites going similarly, is maybe taking a look at your most popular and then creating a playlist on that. And you, like, again, we kind of talked about, you provide clarity for people going through something similar to yourself, and your family is a beacon of hope for a lot of people. So for that, I would say that's why I really want to see those changes we kind of talked about. But because you haven't made them, I gotta go on to people who have some questions. So Beanie Draws says, you will never see this in Jurassic World 3. Like how you went for, I thought I watched it. Oh, I know what Beanie, I know exactly why. You remember how we talked about in VidCon Australia? Sorry, but I have to tell you this. I watched this video by just looking at it in my phone, kind of like what Dee and Nick and I were talking to you about. So great job. I forgot to actually be active on it. But you asked me for, you will never see this in Jurassic World 3. So here's the thing, right? I would say what you're targeting is Jurassic World 3, right? Because you have 3 predictions. We will never see this in Jurassic World 3. You're gonna probably do okay. You're actually ranking for this, I think. We will never see this in Jurassic World 3. You're ranking number 1 for it. But also there's not much content on it yet. So you are early on a trend. The reason it's showing the barrier to entry is just because like there are a lot of videos. One thing that this might just be showing you though, Beanie, is that you are being boosted by that new tag. In fact, that's honestly what I'm going to say is happening here. So be very, very careful, because what could easily happen after this is, yes, this has a chance of showing up in suggested later on. However, I'm assuming you're going completely compelling. You will never see this in Jurassic World 3, Indoraptor versus Spinosaurus. And I think I know why. I think you're doing a little bit of Daryl's training. So I'm going to say keep doing what you're doing. Or I might be completely off. But I would say, there's some things you missed. Like there is no pinned comment. That's an easy fix. And then as well as like, where's your share on Twitter? Where are your info cards? Where are all that? So I would say, Mintro says, how can we get our channels reviewed? When I ask if anyone would like a channel review, that's basically when, So right now I'm looking at Beanie, and after this I'm looking at Miriam Havard, but we will open them up. And of course, super chats always take the priority. So Beanie, I would say, depending on what you're doing, you might be kind of lifted with that, right? So like Indoraptor versus Spinosaurus, you are ranking for this, and I think the fun thing about that, because you are ranking for this, one thing you can keep in mind is you are going to be kind of with the people in the game who are talking about it as well. Beanie Draw says, oops, pinned comment, I always forget to do that. You know what, Beanie? This is a chance, because we were talking about TubeBuddy features. Oh, I will go ahead and show you how to do that. So go to the TubeBuddy dashboard. To get there, you can go to website tools. So again, anything you kind of want, you can just kind of click here. We'll just go using one of my favorites, which is one of the ones that not a lot of people may know about. A health report gives you an idea how your channel kind of simplifies the analytics, lets you know kind of the breakdown of where people are, tells you which devices they're watching. I have a lot of mobile, desktops falling, tablets rising, TV is going higher too. United States is my most common, shows you kind of where. Canada representing though, coming up clutch. Kind of see where people are watching, but that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show, some of my favorite stuff, is, if you hold steady, I think I used to know where we had it, but we add so much. It's getting to a point where we need to, and I'll talk to our team about this. I know we are redesigning it, but it's one of those things where I use it so much. That's even I, someone who knows TubeBuddy like the back of his hand, I know where it is, but it's like I don't want to like one way I know how to get there shows my email, and as much fun as it is, I don't want to show up my email, so trying to find a way to do it without showing that. So let me just quickly, I think it might just be in the checklist template. Okay, so I think I can show it this way. So we'll transition back. So Beanie, what you'll do is you'll go into Launchpad, and you might be like, I never use Launchpad, but it does matter. So what I say is if you go to checklist template, you can actually manage your upload checklist. You can, what thing you might want to do is an easy one is you can just put pin comment, and then you can always remind yourself to do that. Now we are working on a way, especially with them making changes to the new, YouTube, new YouTube Studio uploader. Hopefully they'll put away our hope. We were working on something. What we're hoping for, and what I keep suggesting to them, is letting us pin a comment from the upload. If not, TubeBuddy is kind of still working on it, but we're kind of hesitant because we're not sure if YouTube's going to do it yet or not. But it is in the works. Katie Love 47 says now it's 2 a.m. here. Wow. It is early there. But Beanie, to go back to you, I would say, because I think I know why you're doing this, it's not bad, but you're kind of really being held up right now. Can you do a pinned comment before publishing? Yeah, you can, if you unlist your video and just go back and comment. So Beanie, I think it's fine, but I think if you're going for that, I think you're going for the suggested with this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're being really held up right now because of some of the things in your tags, and I could see, I think the click-through is higher, but it's just something you can do. And not talking about my mistakes in video comments or anything, but if we go to the videos page, Beanie, one thing you can do with TubeBuddy, so you can actually make an unlisted video. You can schedule it to go live, right? So like you can schedule publish like a video. So let's say this video, right? Like I want to make a change. You can schedule a video update, right? So you can make an unlisted video go live, and you can do all of these things with TubeBuddy. So if you want to have an unlisted video, Beanie says, yeah, I'm trying to experiment with suggested. So because of that, it's hard to give you advice, but right now on the searchable side, since you are going for suggested, I can kind of tell that's what you were doing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And again, it's testing, and this may not be the video that does it, or it might. But again, because you're testing that, it's fine. I get what you're going. Excuse me. I get what you're going for. Just be aware that it may not get the results you want. Next person up is Miriam Havard. So the first thing I would recommend, Miriam, looking here, is you have all activities. Like this is something that if you were setting up your channel, you can have. I would say the first thing I do is set up your channel, and a way you can do this, and I'll use my channel as the example. Talks about not showing his email, shows the email. Well, whatever. If you go here, you can click Customize Channel. On your channel page, you should see Customize Channel. And then from there, you can click the edit button and make changes to really set up your layout. Similar to what I do, I don't recommend like copying verbatim, but in a similar ideal and mindset. Like you should have a channel trailer, you should feature your content, because right now you're featuring everyone you're subscribed to. And there's a lot of things you can do just in general, right? So like I can tell at least this is what I think. I believe you're a food-based channel. If not, then that's what I'm getting from the banner. So what I would say is like, let us know what you're going to be talking about. Let us know when you go live. Let us know things of that nature, because as it is, it's very confusing, right? So let us know who you are, what kind of content you do, why we should subscribe, and how you're going to be helping us, right? So I see you have videos. So you have a lot of videos. These should be featured on the page prior, because right now they're hidden. So I would definitely put up some playlists, make some things like that. And you may have playlists, which you do. I can see that you watched a video with Benji and Matt Geelan. Great, great people to be watching. I can see that you have playlists, but I'm not sure if they're your own or other people's. So just kind of keep that in mind. So if I look in your about, you know that cool but eccentric auntie, the one that will tell you how life really is. All right, so this personality in your about also needs to be here. So there's a lot of personality here, but I'm not seeing it, and I want to see it because like that's where your banner can be upped. That's where a lot of the other things I'm seeing. I want to see how long you've been creating. You might have been creating for a while. So you've been on for 4 years. So those are just some like things you can do to make it easier for your viewers to watch, right? Because you talk about like the truth and real love. Well, like if they want to see it easily, it's very difficult. Some are mine and some are others. I would feature primarily your own because if you're trying to grow your channel, I would, focus on your content. So I would say based on what I'm seeing, you don't really have I would say it's not applicable for a grade because there's a lot of changes you can make before I can really give you a grade. But that's just kind of where I'm at. So thank you for the opportunity to look at your channel, Miriam. I think Mintro asked for a channel review. So right off the bat, I see anime. I think Naruto might be completely wrong. It might be Boruto. I'm not sure the difference. I am not into the animes. I do not know the way. But based on this, right? Besides anime, I don't know when you go live. I don't know why I should subscribe. I don't know what animes you plan to cover. I see that you do anime music videos. Just be aware that that has a huge like copyright problems in general. I'm probably not going to take a look at any of the video pages because that could easily get me flagged for copyright. So on a channel like this, just be very aware that anytime you do edits or anything like that for anime, it's going to be a minefield of copyright. So it's not bad, but you have to be aware of that going forward. If you want to really like, if you're doing this for the love of the craft, which you might be, I would say really like have a playlist that features the AMVs. Maybe you kind of focus on like different animes with different AMVs. Like there's a lot of different ways you can really optimize this, but keep in mind that you are going to be dealing with that minefield of copyright and potentially suppression if they want. Like at any moment they could take your channel down, but that's just understanding the nature of the beast you're in. So it's hard for me to give a grade on this because a lot of this it's more of a creative outlet, I'd say. So it's not that it's bad, it's just understanding that your content is very subject to at any moment could be taken down. So that's what I would say on that. Interesting channels here today. One of the good things about going live is you really never know who you're going to get, and I love that aspect of it. And I do my best to give advice because there's different types of channels. And Mintro, I'm sorry I couldn't go more in depth. It's just if I accidentally click a video and they flag it for copyright, it's hard. So it's also it's also content that it's a gray area copyright wise, and term of service wise, I'm not sure how they feel about AMVs, so I always try to do my best on that. Not saying that you're doing anything malicious. I think what you're doing is art. Like I watched a lot of music videos. Like I've seen AMVs like that. So I've seen RuneScape music videos, which is a dark hole we won't get into on this live stream, but we were all kids once, or we all do things like that. Kids Innovation says, wow, awesome stream. Well, thank you. But it's understanding like whatever content you're creating is going to have a different kind of audience and such. So that's kind of how I would say on that. And I always say be careful with how it's perceived and how others may look at it. But if you're watching this and if you've made it this far, have you learned something new about TubeBuddy or on YouTube today? I'm always curious. Please let me know in the live chat or in the replay chat. I'm going to take a sip. I just keep drinking tea and water, keeping that voice fresh. Don't want to be losing my voice like Nick Nimmin. Again, if you see Nick Nimmin in a live stream, remind him to hydrate. That's like at this point, that's my official job. I need to make a soundbite, which is hydrate alert for him. That's what I probably will do. I just have like one thing I might do when I've been working with OBS is just having hydrate time, where it's just like a little water bottle that shows up on the screen and it goes like this. So that's something I've been thinking about and might get it for Nick. But, you know, everyone has their own differences. Trying to think of some cool TubeBuddy features I can also show off while we are waiting if anyone else wants a channel review. But you know, like Paul Peck's use of emoji is just a water spout and water. But again, it's important to hydrate. It's important, and this goes on beyond live streams, right? Like this goes into other things you may do too, right? When you are doing video, you need to be healthy. You need to be hydrating. Kitty Love 47 says, I learned that TubeBuddy is the best app ever if I want to grow my YouTube channel. Well, thank you. On Twitch, there is a hydration bot which does the same thing, says Adrian Sandu. You know what? We need to get Nick the hydration bot because he lost his voice for over talking. He said he claims he was staying hydrated, but I know the real truth. I watch Nick at these conferences. He doesn't hydrate. D, if you're here, scold the boy. I say as he's older than me. But still, I was in Australia. Beanie can tell you, you gotta keep those two in check. It's just a lot of fun. So Tiffany says, hydrate and moisturize kids. Well, only if those kids give you permission. Don't go out and moisturize other kids. Be very careful. Kids Innovation says, I actually don't know a lot about TubeBuddy, but I have it. Well, this entire stream really was kind of covering some things you may not know about TubeBuddy. So I'd recommend watching the replay, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But it is time to go. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Always got to keep people on their toes. I'm Andrew Can, and remember, if I can, you can too. If you want to get TubeBuddy or upgrade TubeBuddy, use promo code AndrewsBuddy for 25% off. Thanks everyone.